Hi, Jack Daly here, and I want to tell you about a new program that we launched, and it is one of my favorites, and it's called Life by Design. I got to start with my personal story. So at the age of 13, I went out for a job, and it was a caddy at a private country club, and I figured I knew what to do there. You know what a caddy's job is? You carry the guys' golf clubs, you figure out where their ball went and find it. You rake the traps and you hold the pin, and maybe you keep score. Most of them don't let you do that because they want to cheat. Anyway, there I am at 13, and I'm thinking I know what I need to do to be a good caddy. And after about a week, I discovered that that wasn't where the opportunity was. Because here's the story. I would meet my client out in the parking lot when they drove up in their car to get their clubs out of the car. And what I noticed was, gosh, they were driving some nice cars. And they were relatively new, and they were really, really beautiful cars. And these guys that I was taking these golf clubs out of the car with, I was taking them out on Wednesday afternoon, Friday afternoon, and Saturday and Sunday, and all during the week, different people playing all throughout the week. And I'm like, whoa, what's up with this? I thought people worked. and then I'm walking along on the fifth fairway, and I find that the person lives at the house that backs up to the fairway, big estate home with nice swimming pool in the ground. And this is day in and day out. I'm meeting with these people carrying their golf clubs. Now, I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and you know what? There was always food on the table, and there were always clothes on our back and things, and I'm thinking, we're doing okay. But I'll tell you what, my dad, who was providing all that food and clothing, he wasn't driving those nice wheels, and we sure didn't have that house. In fact, we had a swimming pool in our backyard, and about twice every summer it all collapsed because it was about 3 feet above the ground, and then we had to refill it. And bing, the light went on, and I said, you know what? These people are living a different life than we are. And in fact, I would call it a better life. And if I tried to knock on their office door someday and say, hey, can you spend an hour and tell this 13-year-old kid how to do this? They probably wouldn't take the appointment, would they? But they came to my office, the country club, and spent 4 to 5 hours with me one-on-one carrying their golf clubs. So I spent a summer interviewing successful people. And in interviewing those successful people, what I discovered was a window of opportunity that said this: you can actually sit down and design the life that you want. So I sat down and I learned some things from them. I would ask, how did you get to be successful? What would you do? What would you not do? What would you tell a 13-year-old to do? What would you tell them not to do? And I took all of that, and I learned that you needed to put your goals in writing, and had to have a written plan on how you're going to achieve it, and not to put too many together, and all of these things. And I sat down and I, at 13, designed a game plan for my life to take me through the age of 30. 4 dimensions of my life. How much money was I going to be making by the time I was 30, when I was really old? What was I going to look like professionally? What did I want my education to look like? And what did I want my family to look like? And if I could figure that out, visualize it in writing, at the age of 30, that's what you look like in those 4 boxes. And then actually take a plan for each box and execute it, boy, I'd be successful. And the success stories that I could tell you about that are tremendous. So since then, I have been following that kind of a process ever since then. In fact, you could go to jackdaly.net, and my goals for this year are on there. And my story about what took place last year is on there. So I'm working all over the world with owners of businesses and entrepreneurs and C-level people, and I'm finding this: they run a tremendous business and lead a really poor life. And I've said, why? Why are you not taking the things that causes you to be successful in your business and transport them over to your personal life? And that's what we've done with creating this one-day workshop called Life by Design. And we have solved the problem. Let me tell you about the details. I went over to Northern Ireland and I worked with 12 entrepreneurs for a full day. We went through the equivalent of about a 100-page workbook that I had designed, and we had a tremendous amount of interactivity amongst us, with me being the leader, kind of taking them through the process. It was highly interactive, and it was based upon some stuff that I had proven had worked for me, and then stuff that I had done with other clients that also caused them to have breakthroughs in their personal life and, interestingly enough, on their business life as well. So based on the experience that we had on that day in Ireland, which the group has been meeting with each other for each month for the last, 8 years, the leader of the group said, by far, it was the highest rated session they've had in the history of being together over that 8-year period of time. We then designed something that we could take out to the public. And so we can design this Life by Design program to be a half day or a full day, depending upon what time available that you have. And I will tell you, the ideal group size is somewhere below 50 people. And so that gives us the ability to have that interaction that goes on. Throughout it, we'll see that interactivity going on, and you've really got to open yourself up so that you can get input from other people to call you out on what's real and what isn't real. From that interactivity, we then have you package it together with a game plan. When you leave our one-day or half-day workshop on Life by Design, the only thing that will stand in the way of it being reality is a calendar, as opposed to, hey, I worked really hard, and then I'll see what's left over for me, and hopefully there's something where I can do something called have a vacation. I say this: you can build a successful business and lead a successful life. And how about this for a bonus? You lead a successful, exceptional life, and you will build an even better business. I hope we get to have you at one of our Life by Design workshops.